from the intro, where our FG1 group represent me and my friend Jonathan from Industrial Engineering, and our topic is on the character strength analysis of study case, presenting the other members. We also have table of contents that includes the character strength and virtue, our study case chosen, the case analysis for that problem, and the conclusion, recommendation, and solutions. Character strength and virtues. Character strength and virtues are psychological concepts related to daily life, its roots and one's potential influenced by the social environment. Martin Seligman and Christopher Peterson introduced these concepts and founded the Values in Action VIA Institute on Character to identify positive character strengths and how they can improve people's emotional well-being. Such key aspects that we took include 4 points, which are 24 character strengths, 6 classes of virtues, the impact on well-being, and character vs personality.
Okay. Thank you, Miss Nora, for the first word, the introduction, and the table of contents. Also, the little bit of the that you describe about character strengths and virtues. Okay, let's move on. Second of all, introduce myself. My name is Jonathan Edward Putra from National Engineering. I want to describe things about case study the case study, especially the news that we raised up, the student bullying in Binus School Serpong. The bullying incident at Binus International School Serpong allegedly took place twice, on February 2 and February 13, 2024. The case involved a group known as Gang Ta Beep, so it's a bad word. And the police have identified 4 suspects and 8 juveniles in conflict with the law. The bullying aspects around physical abuse, verbal abuse, in terms of tradition among their group, who want to join their group must tolerate with that strange traditions. Okay, those who bully each other is just like strange tradition that the people who want to come to their group or their gang, they must do the strange tradition. Okay, this is our case analysis from the group FG1. First of all, the lack of the supervision. The incident occurred outside of school hours and environment, suggesting a lack of adult supervision of intervention. This allowed the bullying to escalate without immediate consequences. Second, accountability and consequences. Those involved in the bullying should be held accountable for their actions. This may involve disciplinary measures from the school. Third one is education and awareness. Implement comprehensive anti-bullying program in schools to educate students about the harmful effect of bullying, promote empathy, and teach conflict resolution skills. First of all, lack of supervision, lack of the supervision, especially from the teacher and their parents, because their bullying action is like they act after the school hours, and the environment were different than before. They lack of adult intervention, so they can like be free and bully each other. Second one, I want to explain about accountability and the consequences. Maybe the people who bullying doesn't know about the exact consequences and the accountability from the school. They just like wanna be a juvenile, or just like they want to break the rule. And the third one, if they if if you want about like finishing or give the solutions, you must implement a comprehensive anti-bullying programs in school to educate students about the harmful effect of bullying. It similarly talks about the morally value, the morally value about the bullying, especially bullying was wrong or bullying is wrong. Um, that's the difference, like the past tense and the present tense. So what I want to tell you about the bullying is wrong. So every time, what do you think about the bullying were wrong, like are wrong, are completely wrong. Okay, as of all these conclusions, um, First of all, is talk about Bino School Serpong combats bullying through good character and emphasis on value. This creates an environment of family campus and less hostile. Educating for kindness, strength, and people skills empower the student to assist one another and work together against bullying. To make anti-bullying improve, the school can make awareness programs stronger, engage parents in activities for building the children's characters, and regularly checks the child's well-being through surveys and counseling. Students can build a culture of kindness and respect through the use of anti-bullying campaigns, teacher-student mentorships, and incorporating the additions of social emotional learning into the curriculum. Conflict solving and emotional management workshop will assist the student in resolving their dilemma positively. Okay, Miss Nora, may I ask you questions? What do you think about this case study analysis? Uh, do you think any more like the more study case conclusions or not? Can you explain that? Like, can you explain me again about the like a supervision, accountability, and educations, perhaps?
The lack of supervision would mostly referred to or described as that they are teenagers. They need adult supervision to know what they're doing. Because into what they're doing, that is called negative activity. That is not described as a positivity or an active that results in something positive into the world. There's also accountability and consequences where those involved in the bullying should be held accountable for their actions. This may involve disciplinary measures from the school, and into meaning that what they're doing, uh, from what they're doing from the first point, and the lack of supervision, and into the accountability of what they're doing, and the consequences of after what they're doing can take back into a lot of happenings into the world. One may result worst possible case that one might.
I think Miss Nora is getting a problem with their connections. Can I explain to you about the accountability and the consequences, is especially those who involve in the bullying?
And what
Okay, Miss Nora is having again.
it meant is the emotion feeling from the victim or the.
Let me hanging the value. Uh, So, Miss Nora is have an internet problems. So I'm gonna talk about the conclusions. Yes, there's are many factors about affecting the bullying, and Miss Nora explained us about the apply this in our daily basis life, like what happened in the bullying, especially if you know that the supervision is according to their relationship with the adults, and the second one is accountability and the consequences, like people must be aware of it. The third one is education and awareness. So before they're aware, they must like prevent that to happen in our daily life. So this is our conclusions that we're discussing since yesterday, and this is our source references why we take this articles on news. Yeah, we take this article on news because it's very commonly and very common to hear in X or something like core online sources. And in 2024, this news are like was the most viral news in Indonesia, especially because we live in Indonesia, so we commonly heard about this news. So we applied this to the case study analysis that we want to analysis and related to our character strengths and virtues. That's also all. This is from me and Miss Naura. If there's any questions, you can ask us after this, and I want to say sorry if there's any mispronunciation or misword according to this our presentation about the integrated case build character building, especially in case study analysis. Thank you.